You set your alarm for 7, maybe 8 hours from now. You do the math. If I fall asleep by 11, I get a solid 8. Perfect. You put your phone down. You stare at the ceiling. You check the clock. 11:47. You do the math again. You panic a little. You finally drift off. You wake up, and you feel destroyed. Like you didn't sleep at all. The problem isn't how long you slept. The problem is what you've been solving wrong this whole time. Because sleeping more hours doesn't fix bad sleep. It just gives you more time to do it badly. Your sleep isn't one long block of rest. It moves in cycles. Light sleep, deep sleep, REM. Then it repeats. 4, maybe 5 times a night. The magic happens in deep sleep and REM. That's where your brain clears out toxins, your muscles repair, your memory consolidates. That's the actual rest you're after, and the amount of time you spend in those stages is not the same as the number of hours you're in bed. You can lie in bed for 9 hours and spend barely 90 minutes in deep sleep. Meanwhile, someone else gets 6.5 hours but hits 4 full cycles cleanly. Who wakes up better? The second person, of course. Your brain anticipates waking up. About an hour before your natural rise time, it starts gradually raising cortisol. So by the time you open your eyes, you're already primed to go. When an alarm yanks you out of deep sleep mid-cycle, your cortisol hasn't had time to build. Your brain is confused. Your body is still half in sleep mode. That's called sleep inertia. Here's the fix. Figure out when you actually fall asleep. Fall asleep at 11 o'clock? Your cycle endpoints are 12:30, 2 o'clock, 3:30, 5 o'clock, 6:30, 8 o'clock. Set your alarm for the endpoint closest to when you need to be up. Waking mid-cycle versus end of cycle feels completely different. Getting bright light, ideally sunlight, within the first 30 minutes of waking up is one of the most effective things you can do to anchor your internal clock. Your brain has a master clock called the suprachiasmatic nucleus, and the only way to set it each day is through light hitting your eyes. If you lie in bed with your brain running at full speed, no sleep habit in the world is going to fully fix that. Because you've got a cortisol problem. Cortisol is supposed to be high in the morning and low at night. That's the design. But modern life flips it. We're grinding through stressful days, doom scrolling right up until bed, then expecting our brain to just switch off at 11 p.m. So here's what you do. Option 1. Write down your 3 biggest to-dos for tomorrow on paper to tell your brain, I've acknowledged it. You can let it go. People who do this fall asleep faster because your brain stops chewing on unfinished loops. Option 2. 10 minutes of slow breathing. Just breathe out longer than you breathe in. In for 4, out for 8. Your nervous system shifts. Cortisol drops, sleep becomes possible. What you eat and when has a massive effect on sleep quality. Eating a big meal within 2 hours of bed. Your body's busy digesting. Your core temperature stays elevated. Both things work directly against the sleep onset process your body needs. Caffeine has a half-life of 5 to 6 hours, so your 3 p.m. latte is still partly in your system at midnight. That's not a myth. This one is for anyone who tells themselves that they're just a night person or a morning person, and they feel bad about whichever one they are. Your chronotype, whether you're naturally a morning lark or a night owl, is largely genetic. It's in your DNA. It's not laziness. It's not a personality flaw. It is just how your biology is wired. Can you shift your chronotype? Slightly, yes. But you can't completely override it, and the research shows that people who chronically live against their chronotype have higher rates of depression, cardiovascular problems, and cognitive decline. It's a real and studied phenomenon. If you have any schedule flexibility, try to align your sleep window closer to your natural rhythm. And if you can't control your work schedule, protect your weekends. Don't completely flip your sleep times on Saturday and Sunday. That's what destroys Monday morning you every single week. You don't need more sleep. You need better sleep. And now you know the difference.